Okay, so I already watched this already once because I watched it, I went to edit it, and my microphone turned out didn't pick up any of my audio. So now I have to rewatch this. So this is no longer my first viewing. Uh, I like it. I like it okay. But the ending, however, we'll get into it. We'll get to it when we get to it. I don't know what kind of effect they're using for this, for the. I don't know what kind of effect they're using on the when they open up the scene like that, but I really like how that looks. It gives it a very otherworldly feel, very unsettling. I like it. Okay, so we find out later that this guy is in an asylum, and so I'm assuming those spirits are just him, like hallucinations, and that's why he's here in an insane asylum. So is all this stuff that he says, this we find out this whole is all this just like what I'm confused about is no, we'll get into it when we get we'll we'll get to it when we get to it. Big old backdrop. Caligari. I also like the use of music in this too. Really like like all throughout the way the music sounds. Like it's very unsettling. I just overall really like the setting of this movie. The tone that it goes for really achieves it well. I also really like the sets in this movie. Vile temper. Somnambulist, right? Somnambulist. Caesar the Somnambulist. Now, something about this movie is divided into 6 acts, and it seems for a movie, it seems unnecessary unless there's a short intermission between acts in the theater when it was premiering, which I assume is the case. Because otherwise, the dividing into acts doesn't seem necessary at all, unless they're just going for a certain feel that I'm not getting. First time the Somnambulist. "23 years old, and he's been asleep for 23 years. Kind of an Edward Scissorhands looking guy. These poor guys. Just got done working outside all day. Like Frankenstein, taking his first steps. Judge for yourselves. Don't hold back. Ask away. Right to the big question. And it gets a very scary answer. Is that one what that was Caesar, I believe. That was Caesar's work. And they're both immediately smitten. What is this guy's deal then? He's just doing this just to prove that he can, right? They move real fast. Oh, lucky for you, the choice is made for her. Does she even get a name? I don't think she does. I can't think of when she was actually named. The only named characters in this I think are Francis, Alan, and Calgary. Oh, and Caesar too. Yeah, really, really like the music, the score in this. Act 3. I like how the guitar strum is in sync with his it happens in sync with his footsteps here. Really like that. So does she get a name? I don't remember her getting a name. This guy. Just trying to take advantage of the fact that there's a serial killer going around so he can cover up his own tracks. Yeah, they think they got the guy, but... And how lucky for him that someone tried to copy his moves. Take suspicion out of him, at least for a while. Yeah, not suspicious at all that you immediately close the door behind you and cover it up, even though you got a wide open window right there. You get And you clearly got curtains there too, so why don't you just draw the curtains? It's not an actual issue. It's not an actual issue I have with the movie. I'm just nitpicking. So what did he feed him there? Was it some kind of drug to keep him asleep while they examine him like this? Like he was prepared for this? But then this. Very good timing. So he just got off by luck then. So if it wasn't for this, then he would have gotten caught. Right here. End of Act 3. Halfway there. Yep, about halfway there. Act 4. Nope, no name. But had nothing to do with those first two murders. Just taking advantage of a situation. Then she goes to Caesar, hoping to get an answer on her dad's whereabouts. I can't quite remember I don't remember every little detail from this rather short movie. Olsen. I guess that could be her. Her name is Olsen. Because he knows everything. Come in and ask Caesar. He knows everything. God damn it. And she didn't have the courage to talk. Didn't have the courage to ask. Here he comes, bumping into the night. So, how much autonomy does this guy have, exactly? If he is dependent on Caligari's word to wake up. So, that Caligari sent him here to get her, then, right? Or is he acting on his own? Because, again, how much autonomy does this guy actually have for himself? Assuming that he actually is clinically asleep all the time. And he comes in with that same knife, too. Okay, he sent her. Okay, I forgot about this part. So Caligari did send him here to off her, but then he also becomes smitten and tries to take her for himself. So he does have some level of autonomy. Very jazzy. It kind of music. What is that? I want to say it sounds like an electric guitar, but I don't think that's quite right. It almost sounds like it. Listen to this. You hear that little? It sounds like an electric guitar, right? I know it's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm looking this up. When was the electric guitar invented? (1931), and this movie came out in 1920. So, no, it's not. Definitely not an electric guitar. But what is that? They got drums, piano, flute, saxophone, clarinet. No, not flute, clarinet and saxophone, and something like a tambourine, I think. It's very jazzy. This score. The score is very jazz oriented. It sounds like. Then he just lets her go and gets away. Yeah, imagine a guy who sleeps all day, every day, is not very physically strong. It's amazing he made it that far carrying her. And he still somehow manages to elude them. He's got a bunch of guys chasing after him, and oh no, I forgot, they actually got him. Right, they didn't get him here, right? Because he just collapsed. I don't remember a lot about this movie. Even though I only just watched it yesterday. And then that's why she was all catatonic at the beginning. Getting grabbed in the night and taken out of your home by some pale-looking guy would be pretty traumatic. I also like the use of color in this movie too. I'm not sure if I can put this in my black and white playlist because this movie is colored to an extent. Sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's more violet or yellow. It was Caesar. I really like the use of color in this, though I'm not sure if it's intentional because I'm sure when it's originally premiered it was black and white. So this is more like this is probably more of like a restoration type thing that's going on with the coloring here. I really do like the sets in this movie. The old ball and chain. I really like how jagged everything is, like kind of like a Tim Burton vibes. Not suspicious at all. They would immediately close up behind you, and again, your window's wide open right there for anyone to look in. Oh, I just love this score so much. And once again, this very big, not very fit guy manages to outrun them. Again, I'm just nitpicking. It's not an issue. But it is kind of silly, though. Technically, Caligari's not actually his real name. He's just adopting the persona of a character in a book. Yep. He himself and none other is Caligari. Now players under observation is sleeping in his villa. They go through his office. Just go through everything. In 1783, a mystic by the name of Caligari toved the fairies of numerous villages in northern Italy, accompanied by a somnambulist named Caesar, cabinet abductor Caligari. Yeah, this fancy writing makes it a bit difficult to tell what's what. Of course, they hold on long enough anyway to be read, so I don't have to pause it. For months, he sowed panic amongst the village folk through a series of foul murders committed under almost identical circumstances. Yeah, the way the R is written, it makes it look like an F. Certainly, like, look at that. Look the way the R is spelled. Like, why they gotta have it? It looks like an F like that. Why they gotta subjugated to his small somnambulist named Caesar, whom he did compel to carry out his nefarious schemes and puppet. The fact likeness of Caesar, which took his place in a cabinet, allowed him to divert any suspicion that might fall on the somnambulist. And now he's just done the same thing just to prove that it could be done. Just to prove that it could be done. Finally, a somnambulist has been brought to the asylum for admission. Again, this fancy writing makes it a bit difficult to read. flashback. Into flashback within a flashback, technically. So this guy actually is he's actually just clinically asleep for most of his life, then. And he just somehow managed to hypnotize him, or something, to make him do his bidding. Very excited for this. He can finally try to recreate his book. I desire I shall be able to satisfy my life's unwavering wish. Now I shall unravel the psychiatric secret of this Caligari. Now I shall discover if it is true that a somnambulist can be compelled to perform acts that, in a waking state, he would never commit. God, this is some beautiful handwriting, and would be sacramented to him. Whether it is true that sleepwalkers can be led to commit even murder. That is some beautiful handwriting, though. It's a bit hard to read, but that is some beautiful handwriting. Well, they got solid evidence now that he's the one who did it, so they just gotta get him now. Just gotta get him. This up. Do must Caligari word. You have to become Caligari. Of course, that's what it says. Probably could have guessed that. End of Act 5. Act 6. They got the proof they need that he's insane. Or is he? Well, we're coming up to that. What is that, 9 minutes? Oh yeah, that too. Forgot about him. Just calling him right out. Got red-handed. If they got him. And only Caligari, or the director, knows how to wake him up. He cracked the code. Should probably also restrain his legs. But then again, I've never worked in a psychiatric hospital, so I wouldn't know how these things are gone about. Final twist. Here's what's confusing about this movie to me. psychiatry. Got a lady in the background with a doll. This chick who thinks she's playing a piano. Got the girl from before who's still catatonic, barely speaks. And then there's Caesar right there. He's just chilling, awake. We're getting to it. We're getting to it. Jane! She does have a name, Jane. And she's a queen, apparently, for some reason. I assume something to do with her psychosis, right? She's just completely disassociated because of the trauma of nearly getting kidnapped. Okay, here it is. Here's the big twist now. Isn't true. It's the director who's insane. Here's the twist now. Finally. I kept building it up. And here we are now. Yeah, all this was being told from this guy's perspective as like a flashback. He is Caligari, Caligari, Caligari. Apparently, the whole time he was telling the story, he was in this asylum. That's the word. I kept forgetting asylum. And he's actually the one who's insane. Caligari is actually a respectable man, as the director of the asylum. But then he acknowledges that Caligari is an actual person that he knows of. Like he's also familiar with the story of Caligari and in the cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and it's very like a Twilight Zone type of twist ending. Misunderstand his delusion. He thinks I am the mystic Caligari. No, I know exactly how to cure him. Okay, so I'm gonna need someone in the comments to explain that ending to me because I'm still very confused by it. Is the guy Francis? Is he just insane? Did any of that stuff actually happen, or did it happen and Caligari just talked his way out of it, out of getting in trouble for it all? I'm very confused, but I need someone to explain it to me, please.